This is a Manta Sports Media presentation of Kentucky All-A Tournament basketball action. I'd like to welcome everybody here to Harold Holbrook Athletic Complex West and John Hop Brown Court on the campus of West Carter High School for our second game of our doubleheader. Of course, if you just tuned in, West Carter defeated the Lady Comets, defeated Bishop Bossert by 10 points, 53-43 in our opening game. And so West Carter Lady Comets will advance to the second round of the All-A State Tournament. And this game should hopefully be another doozy of a game for us here because we got two very good teams going to be taking on each other. As we're going to be having the home team on the scoreboard, the West Carter Comets, who are currently 6-3 on the season, and they are the 16th region All-A champs. So they picked up their victory back on February 5th. Of course, with ice storm and everything, all this was supposed to be played down at McBrayer Arena down in Eastern Kentucky University, but due to back-to-back ice storms, they had to cancel the tournament as is and then reformat this into sectionals and semi-state, and then having the finals and the or semifinals and finals down at Eastern Kentucky. But West Carter is going to be taking on a very tough Robertson County. The Devils, they are 9-3 on the season, and so we're looking forward a very good game here today. Of course, as we said, this tournament's a little bit different than usual out there because unlike most All-A games are played down at McBrayer Arena on the campus of Eastern Kentucky University. But however, they've the board got together and they had it rearranged so that they can play some sectional games, and that's what we're going to have here tonight. It's a sectional game. And then they'll have a semi-state game that will be played sometime before March 3rd. And then they will move on down on March 5th and March 6th down to Eastern Kentucky to play the semifinals and finals. And so, as we said, this is going to be West Carter versus Robertson County. West Carter out of the 16th region won their region. Of course, it took several days to try to get it done. It actually got started all the way back on January 9th, where West Carter took on Fairview on a Saturday game and won the play-in game 54-47 as they defeated Fairview. Took on Menifee County in the second round on January 11th and defeated them easily 78-48. And then they had to wait all the way up until February 5th, so almost a month had went by, and that is when West Carter took on Raceland here at West Carter and ended up winning in a thriller game 62-61 against the Raceland Rams and punched their ticket to today's ball game. So that is their road here, and then, of course, now here we are in February, almost the end of February, and we are at the All-A Classic State Sectional. But as we said, it's been an interesting time here in Carter County as, of course, over the last 2 weeks, we've been hit with 3 ice storms. One actually hit in closer toward the end of the week. The boys basketball team was supposed to have their senior night on a Friday, but that was canceled due to the first ice storm, and then another ice storm came in, pretty much crippling the community for all of the remainder of last week and then the beginning parts of this week as well. We still have people out without electricity, water, cell phone service, a little bit of everything that's out here. And, of course, our thoughts and prayers go out to those affected by this storm, and hope that this broadcast finds you safe and warm. But we are happy to be here tonight at West Carter for this first round All-A Classic game. Of course, West Carter is going to be taking on Robertson County, and as we said, they are currently 9-3 on the season in a very tough 10th region. Of course, they punched their ticket into tonight's game. First of all, by defeating Calvary Christian 81-55 back on January 12th. Then they won the championship against Bishop Brossart, which is actually the girls' team that we just watched a little bit ago. Of course, they defeated them 58-46 to punch their ticket to tonight. Of course, some of the teams actually was able to make it down to Eastern Kentucky, and they ended up playing each other for a few games, but then they realized they couldn't hold the tournament, because they'd be eliminating too many of them, so they just counted those as regular season games, and now they're back here. Now we're back here playing this game here tonight. Of course, the boys' bracket, taking a look at it just a little bit. There's already been a few games played yesterday. Clinton County punched their ticket into the second round by defeating Owensboro Catholic 64-60. And then Murray, down in Eastern Kentucky, ended up punching their ticket against Lyon County 54-50. And then on a game that was on D&D Sports, we saw Pikeville take out Knott County Central 82-59. And so that is the teams that have played here so far. So tonight's winner will be taking on either Walton Verona or St. Henry sometime before March 3rd. Of course, if you take a look at the brackets, which we'll get updated brackets posted up on the Mantis Sports Media Facebook page, we'll get those updated brackets as soon as we can. But either West Carter or Robertson County is either going to be taking on Walton Verona or St. Henry, and the winner tonight should be hosting. And so if West Carter wins tonight, they'll be hosting the second round. If not, if Robinson County wins, then the game should be held down there. They try to keep games as regional or sectional as what they possibly could, so teams don't have to travel all the way across the state, especially in bad conditions. But beautiful weather today, a little bit of rain this afternoon, but definitely a different feel when you go from freezing temperatures up to the mid-60s here today. So definitely a big change, big melt-off there as well. And, of course, we do want to thank the linesmen that's helping out from all across the country. They're coming in from different states into to help out restore electricity and utilities the best that they can out there. And so, we're glad to be here today. And like we said, we hope that we find you safe and warm wherever that you're at here across the bluegrass or across the country. Make sure that you do like our page and share this video feed. Be glad to get as many people out there, because I know with COVID situations, we're not as allowed to have as many fans as probably we'd like to see, or that that I have seen down at the state tournament the All-A state tournament down in Richmond. So glad that you're tuning in with us on a Wednesday to watch two fantastic teams play. So we'll take a brief break and we'll take a little look at who to watch out for and what's going on here between these two teams. So we'll be back here in 90 seconds here on Mantis Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place.
Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
And we're back here at West Carter High School, John Hott Brown Court. And so, as we said, we should have some very good competition here today. Of course, who to watch out for on the West Carter side? Of course, Tyson Webb, leading scorer for the Comets, currently shooting 14.6 points per game. And so he's leading all the Comets in that category. But one Comet that has been turning it up here in the last little bit has scored double digits in, I think, the last 3 or 4 games is Trevor Callahan. He's just recently jumped up into double digits per game. He's scoring 10 points per game, and he's also the leading rebounder for West Carter with 5.7 rebounds per game. Hunter Salmon's been turning it up here a little bit on the lately here as well. Been hitting 9.4 points per game. And then Gage Lettingham, of course, coming off devastating injury during the semi-state football game, came back strong here, recovered, and he is now starting for West Carter, and he is averaging 8 points per game. So those are 4 of the players that we need to keep our eyes on for West Carter. But what about Robertson County? The Devils, they have got a strong starting 4. First of all, with number 4, Justin Beckler. He's at a whopping 27.5 points per game. And so the Comets are going to have to hold on to him and try to keep him down off the scoreboards tonight because he has been a dominant force for this ball club. Then Sebastian Dixon coming in at number 2. He's also number 2 leading scorer for Robertson County with 12.5 points per game. Brandon Dice also hitting 11.2 points per game. And number 12, Tanner Horn at 10.5 points per game. So that means that there are 4 Robertson County players that are in double digits averaging per game. And so that is one thing that the Comets are going to have to do is to try to keep them not off their balance and not hitting their shots here this afternoon. And Robertson County ultimately just needs to kind of keep doing what they're doing and getting those points up on the board and looking from their leadership from Becker and Dixon and Dyson Horn to lead them on through. Of course, West Carter, as a team, started off the season kind of rough, shooting in the 30s to 40% range, but recently has gotten up to a pretty decent 51.1% from the 2-point range, and they're at a 34.4% from behind the arc. Of course, for the free throws, I'm sure that Coach Webb would like to see that number increased up a little bit. They're right now a 69.2% shooting team from the line, so that's going to be one thing that they're probably going to have to watch out for this afternoon. As we said, the Comets typically averages about 63.8 points per game. So they're definitely going to have to try to keep down the Big Four front line of Robertson County to try to keep them in. They have been holding their opponents to 60.6 points per game. Of course, like I said, shooting has not been this West Carter's strongest aspect to them, but their hard work and determination to get on the boards and to get the job done, that's the important thing that's there. Of course, West Carter has been out-rebounding their opponents so far this season with 28 boards per game compared to their opponents' 23.9. So pretty close numbers that's out there. They have been outshot all year by their opponents. So that's one thing that West Carter definitely needs to do is to get the ball in the hole and to start making some points out there. So that's going to be what we're going to be looking for here this afternoon. Of course, a couple big game changers and everything else for today. Of course, Jackson Bond still out. I believe he's out for the entire season. Should be having surgery at some time towards ACL during the Johnson Central game. And so he is out currently. He is in the building here today, but not out on the court in uniform. Of course, as we said, Robertson County, they have 4 players in double digits, so they're going to have to try to restrict down. West Carter only has 2 in double digits averaging per game. So West Carter's going to have to turn up the defense just a little bit and see if they can keep them at bay. Of course, Robertson County is ranked 6 in the 10th region, and West Carter is ranked 6 in the 16th region. Of course, Robertson County's got a few extra games on West Carter, and so we'll have to see how that turns out here this afternoon. And now we're going to get ready for the starting lineups here. Of course, I did the national anthem already during the girls' game. But as we said, this is the sectional round of the All-A state tournament. And the winner will be playing. Of course, you can stay tuned to Mantis Sports Media to see who's going to be moving on and who they're going to be playing later on. And so now we're going to be getting the starting lineups here. Starting out first with the Devils from Robertson County. Or the Black Devils, I should say. And starting at guard, number 2, Sebastian Dixon, the second leading scorer on this team. He's a senior. And then number 3 at guard, a senior, Brandon Dice, third leading scorer on this team. Then number 4 forward, Justin Beckler. He's only a junior, so they're going to get him back next year, but he's their leading scorer so far. And number 5, Eli Dotson, senior for the Black Devils. And then I believe number 12, Tanner Horn, senior for the Black Devils. The head coach of Robertson County is Patrick Helsch. And as I said, they are 9-3 on the season. And now for the starting lineup for the West Carter Comets. Starting at forward, a junior wearing number 5, Landon Nichols. And then we just talked about him. He's had a couple of fantastic games at senior at power forward, number 11, Trevor Callahan. And then a senior, Hunter Sammons, coming in at guard. He's been stepping it up here a little bit, taking over Jackson Bond's spot. And then senior at guard, number 30, Gage Lettingham. And then the leading scorer for the Comets at guard, a senior wearing number 33, Tyson Webb. And so it looks like Robertson County is going to get the opening tip-off, or the opening pass in. Of course, if you're haven't been used to watching basketball in Kentucky so far, this has been, number 33, Joshua Plowski is in for Robertson County. And we are underway here at West Carter. So Robertson County has the ball to start things out with. West Carter looks like they're in a man-to-man defense. Pops up a 3 to start things out. No good. Rebounded Gage Lettingham. He pushes the ball up, gets it to Webb. Webb crosses over, gets it over to the side to, Sammons. Sammons gets it to a wide open Landon Nichols. And he strikes first blood here at West for this game. And so West Carter's got a 2-0 lead to start things out. Good ball movement there by the Comets. And strong move down into the post, trying to get it there, but Becker ends up getting that shot in with a strong post move. Of course, he is definitely a head topper here on the court here at the moment. The closest one to him would be Trevor Callahan, but he looks like he's got a few inches on top of him. Lettingham's going to pop a 3 and finds the bottom of the net. And so West Carter shooting perfect to start things out. And they are up by 3 at the moment. Gets it to Becker in the middle. Has a wide open Pulowski. Gets it back out to Becker, and he's going to draw the foul. And that foul is going to go against Gage Lettingham. That's going to be his first, team's first of the half. And so Justin Becker is going to be shooting two for the Black Devils. First shot is up, and it is good. Cuts the West Carter lead now down to 2. Second shot is up, and it is good. So West Carter now with a 1-point lead, 5-4 here early on in the first quarter. Lettingham crosses over, drives the lane, kicks it out to Webb for the 3, and it is good. Tyson Webb off of the assist from Lettingham finds the bottom of the net, and that's West Carter's second 3 of the night. And then they just let him run right on in, and that's Pulowski. Joshua Pulowski does a little bit of fancy dribbling, but I didn't think they were thinking that he was going to dive in on him, but he plows through and picks up the 2. Lettingham with the shot, no good, and Pulowski gets the rebound for the Red Devils. Kicks it out to Pulowski on the wing. Looking up top for Becker. Becker with the screen. Gets the ball now, puts it down in the corner, sets another screen. Looking for the pick and roll, but he's going to drive it all the way in. No good. Rebounded Nichols of West Carter. So that was Dotson driving in the lane for the Red Devils, but couldn't get the job finished off. Nichols gets it. Picks up his dribble, looking for somebody to help out, gets it to Sammons on the wing, gets it down into Callahan. Callahan, spin move, puts it up, no good. Rebounded Justin Becker of Robertson County. And he's going to drive the lane, kicks it out to the three-pointer, gets to Pulaski, gets it down to the corner for a 3-ball, no good by Dixon. And Dotson now has the ball up top of the key. And he lost his footing on there and took a dive, and they're going to call him for the traveling. Of course, funny anecdote, if you're from Robertson County, you probably don't know that the superintendent's name, last name is Dotson up here, so it's kind of interesting calling that name at a ball game. So Lettingham gets the ball out to the wing. Webb going to pop up to the top, flashes up. Now he's going to drive the lane, puts up a one-hand shot off the front of the rim, no good, gets his own rebound, gets it out to Callahan. Back to Webb again for an NBA 3, and that one's off the back of the rim and then hits off the top of the goal, and that's going to be out of bounds. West Carter, Robertson County ball. So we're just about midway through this first quarter. West Carter still on top, 8-6. Gets it out for a 3-ball and gets the lucky bounce of Sebastian Dixon. And I believe he gets Robinson County their first lead here of the night. Callahan gets it over to Lettingham. West Carter sending some man through on the motion offense. Gets it down to Webb. He's going to drive in against Becker, and he's going to put it up and gets it to fall. And draws the foul as well, as Justin Becker picks up his first foul here of the evening, and that's going to be Red Devils' first as well. Tanner Horn checking into the ball game now for the Black Devils. But Tyson Webb is going to be putting up a shot, and he hits the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Sam Jones, number 10, checks into the ball game now for West Carter. West Carter still hanging around in a man-to-man defense. And Dixon's going to get steps called against him as he did a little bit of a hesitate. He hesitated just a second on the drive in and moved his pivot foot. So West Carter ball, another turnover there by Robertson County. Webb working on Pulowski. Drives it in, kicks it out to Jones. Jones up to Callahan for the three, and the big man drains the three. Puts West Carter back on top. Or has West Carter back on top now by 5 at 14-9. Robinson County fans wanting the foul on the reach, but he puts in the floater. That's Brandon Dice. It's the one-handed floater coming in off of Webb. As we said, West Carter having a pretty good shooting night so far here. As I said, they've not been out shooting their opponents, and drains the three. Probably should have been a foul there as Pulowski backs right into Webb, but ends up, he drains the three-point anyway. Gets it to Horn, top of the key, gets it to Becker. Becker puts up the shot, no good. And then they're going to say that foul was against West Carter's Sam Jones, and they're going to say that was on the shot. Trying to see who it was. Becker looked surprised that he thought that they called it on him, but they ended up calling it on West Carter's Jones. That's his first, team second. Eli Dotson checking back into the ball game for Robertson County. Justin Becker going to be having his second shot. It's up. Gets that one to fall. So now it's a 4-point lead now by West Carter, 17-13. Just a little bit over 2 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Gets it to Nichols. Nichols driving the lane. Puts up the one-handed shot. That one's blocked there by Tanner Horn. Gets it down court. Gets it back to Horn, and Horn is going to draw the foul. They're going to call that a blocking foul against Tyson Webb. Said he didn't get his feet set on there, so that's going to be his first, team's third. Logan Berry, number 25, checking into the ballgame now for the Comets. Robertson gets it down to the corner, pops up a three, and drains that one is Sebastian Dixon. I believe that's his second three-pointer here of the night, and he gets the Black Devils up within one. Berry gets it back up to Lettingham. Lettingham directing traffic now, gets Berry in the high post. Gets it to Lettingham just right around the free-throw line and gets that one to fall. So 19-16, back up to a three-point West Carter lead. Driving the lane, spins. Might have had a little bit of a carry there, but ended up getting that one to fall as Brandon Dice cuts it back to a 1-point lead now. Lettingham crossover, gets it to Berry. Berry stop, pops off the side of the rim. No good, bounces around, ends up in Robertson County. And then Sam Jones back tips it, and they're going to say that was going to be out of bounds on West Carter. Robinson County fans wanting a foul. Said he got the body afterwards, but I think they caught the tip and it might have went out of bounds right before he made contact with the body, but couldn't see too much from this vantage point. Tip pass there by Lettingham, but Robinson County still holds on to it. Gets it back down into the corner, pops up a three, and that is good by number 2, Sebastian Dixon. I believe that is his third here on the night, and he gives Robertson County a 2-point lead. It's their second lead here of the night. Robinson County fans making some noise. Under 30 seconds to go. Lettingham doing some fancy dribbling. Gets it to Callahan. Wide open for the three. Drains it and finds nothing but the bottom of the net. Gets West Carter the lead once again, 22-21. Robinson County saying they're going to hold for the last second shot, but Dixon puts up a shot, and they're going to say that he was fouled by Webb. And so Tyson Webb picks up 2 quick fouls here in the first quarter, and he is going to send Dixon to the line to shoot 3. I believe we got just about a second left on there. We're going to have to see if we can get synced back up with the time. First shot is up and in. He's got 2 more left, as they said he fouled him in the process of shooting the 3, so we're all tied back up at 22 all. Second shot's up. He rolls around and gets that one to fall in, so Robertson County takes the lead 23-22. Or excuse me, 24-22. Third shot is up, and he drains all 3, gives Robertson County 3-point lead. Lettingham tries to drive it coast to coast, ends up losing a blocked shot there by Horn. Puts up a shot and no good. And so at the end of one, fantastic game so far. Robinson County is leading West Carter 25-22. We'll be back here in 60 seconds here on the Mantis Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And we're back here at John Hott Brown Court here at West Carter High School, where it's been a back and forth first quarter. But Robertson County has got the lead right now, 25-22 over the West Carter Comets. West Carter gets the possession to start the second quarter out. Gets it to Webb. Takes a step back, doesn't shoot it, but gets it to Berry. Gets it down to Callahan. Back to Berry, puts it up one-handed just off the back of the rim. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and he is going to draw the foul. So some good play there by Logan Berry. Ends up picking up the foul from Sebastian Dixon. That's going to be his first, team second. So Berry shooting 2. First one off the back of the rim. Logan Berry hasn't shot too many free throws this season, but he's a 60% free throw shooter. Gets the second one to fall, so gets West Carter now back within 2. West Carter still staying in man-to-man defense. Beckler has it at top of the key. Dishes it down to Horn, and Horn puts it up, but Beckler gets the tip in and gets the points there for the Black Devils. Nice pass into Callahan as he gets the motion layup there as he comes in from cross court, gets it down in the post and puts it one hand up, and that's a good shot there by Callahan. Just about stolen there, leaves a man open, but they cover quickly, but Dotson has it in the corner and he sinks the 3. Robinson County is definitely hurting West Carter now with these 3-pointers. Has them up by 6 at the moment. Gets it to Jones. Jones drives in, puts it up, no good. Rebounded there, Lettingham. Back tip by Robertson. And that's going to be out of bounds. West Carter's ball. Robinson County staying in their man-to-man defense. Gets it out on the wing. Back to Lettingham at the top. Gets it to Webb. Hits Logan Berry in the high post. Gets it over to Jones. Gets it to Callahan. Callahan loses the grip on it. Webb gets it, puts it up one-handed, but that one is blocked by Horn. And Callahan ends up making the basket for Wes Carter. And that looked like a tip shot there by Sam Jones. Back tip by Robertson. Gets it back to Callahan. Puts it up and good. As we said, Trevor Callahan has been having the last few games. He has been on point, scoring in double digits. And, you know, for a big man working it hard down in the post, you know, that's hard to pick up. Three-point shot there, and that one doesn't fall. That one, Dixon thought he was going to have about his fourth three-pointer of the night so far. Callahan going to put up his own three, and that's off the rim. And he's going to body check Brandon Dice, and he's going to pick up the foul, and that'll be his first, Trevor Callahan's first, team's fifth. As Hunter Salmons checking back into the ball game now for the Comets. Tied up 29 all. A little bit over 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Takes the handoff again. Gets it back to Baker. He puts it up. Callahan thinking about taking the charge, but he stops just short. So Justin Beckler picks up the two and gives Robertson back at the 2-point lead. 4:55 left to go here in the first half. Jones driving down, puts the shot up and gets it in. Puts it right around the defender Horn. And gets a nice layup and ties the ball game back up again at 31 apiece. Baker gets another shot. Callahan tried to take the charge, but no call. Lettingham thinking about the three. Gets it to Salmons. Salmons gets it down to Callahan. That's tipped back to Salmons again. He puts it up, no good. Rebounded Baker. Lowers down the arm. I thought Justin Beckler had an offensive foul there. But they're going to call this one against Sam Jones after he took what appeared to be a charge. But they ended up calling Jones in on the reach. So 33, Joshua Pulaski checking back in for the Black Devils. Becker ends up losing the handle. Salmons ends up grabbing it. And he double dribbled on that one, but no call. They might have said he deflected it, but I think that might have been a double. Gets it to Callahan down in the corner, pops the three, no good. Rebounded Dixon of Robertson. They get the ball pushed up. And this time Callahan's going to draw the foul. And that one's going to go against Justin Becker on the offensive foul. That's going to be his second, team's third, as Landon Nichols checks back into the ball game. That's the third time that Callahan's hit the ground. No calls on two of them, but he finally gets, I guess, third time's the charm on there. So Wes Carter down by two, 33-31. 3.5 left to play here in the first half. Webb loses the handle. Dice gets it, puts up the one-hand shot off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded Salmons. He's got some pressure on him by Dice, but it gets it out, clears it out to Lettingham. Lettingham tried to put up a shot, partially blocked, and then Callahan got it, put it up, no good. Wes Carter ends up with the rebound. Callahan puts up the shot again, hits the rim, hits the net. Put it back up again by Nichols. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout here, and that's going to be taken, looks like, by Robertson County. So we'll be back here in 30 seconds here on Manta Sports Media live on Facebook and YouTube.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
And we're back here at John Hott Brown Court where Robertson County just took their first time out of the game. So they'll have 4 more left, 2:50 left to go in the first half. Good backdoor look there. Eli Dotson gets it down in. I believe that was an assist by Dice. That was a good move there by Dotson to get down into the post. Wes Carter gets it to Nichols up the top, gets it over to Lettingham on the wing. Gets it to Barry. He's back in for Wes Carter. And we're going to get a blocking foul. And that one's going to go against Logan Barry on the pick. And that's going to be his first, team 7th. Of course, remember on offensive fouls, even if it's blocking, offensive blocking, you do not shoot the bonus. But Robinson County is in the bonus. Rebound there by Webb. Long 3 there by Dixon. No good. Nichols might have walked. Has Barry on the far side, but overthrows him. And so that's going to be out of bounds. Robinson County walking up. Wes Carter has not pressed them so far this first half. Of course, when you don't play these teams a lot that much, you just have to rely off of film. And that's going to be a foul against Wes Carter. And that one's going to go against Barry. That's going to be his second, team's 8th. So they'll be shooting the bonus. Looks like Justin Becker is at the line, going to be shooting 1-1. When you get into state play, it is kind of difficult to know exactly, who to go against as Becker drains his first. Because you don't see these teams and you don't prep for them that much throughout the year. I mean, used to, you're playing teams that you're pretty familiar with within your own region and district. But when you get to the state level, it does make a big difference. As Becker hits a second one, and Tanner Horn's going to come in for Becker and give him a little bit of a break. And Wes Carter's going to take a 30-second timeout, so we'll be back here in 30 seconds on Manta Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney. And
back here at Wes Carter. We definitely like to take a little bit of time to thank our new sponsor tonight, James Do It Best Hardware. They've just recently joined in on the Manta Sports Media family, and glad to have them as a valuable part to be able to provide you your local sports here in the 16th region. Wes Carter has the ball after the timeout. That's their first timeout. Lettingham's going to drive the lane, kicks it out to Sammons for a wide open 3. Gets the bank shot on that one. He gets the bank and the shooter's roll. And so that is fantastic shot there by Sammons. Gets a little bit of luck with that one. Cuts the Robertson County lead down to 3. Of course, if you are interested in advertising with us, we still do have plenty of spots available, and we'll get with you a little bit later on, get you the information on how to contact us. Bodies hitting the floor everywhere, but Wes Carter comes up with it. Lettingham looks like he's going to get a wide open layup, and they're going to say that was on the floor. He was driving down, but he picks up the foul anyway, and that one's going to go against Sebastian Dixon, and that's going to be his second, team's 4th. I believe Nichols coming back in, or Callahan coming back in for Wes Carter. Lettingham fakes the three, steps over, fires another three, doesn't get it. Rebounded by Nichols, and they're going to say that they got him with the body. And that one's going to go against Joshua Pulowski. That's his first, team's fifth. Salmons gets the ball at top of the key. We're under a minute to go here in the half. West Carter only down by 3, 37-34. Lettingham, they're going to let him hold for the last shot. As we're standing around, we're down to about 15 seconds. Should be getting things rolling here. About 10 seconds to go. Callahan comes up, tries to set the pick. They get around it, get over to Salmons. Salmons drives in, puts up the one-handed shot, no good. And we're going to get a West Carter foul right before the horn. Officials want to talk this one over, see if the horn went before the whistle. And they do. They're going to end up getting this one on Landon Nichols. That's going to be his first, team's ninth. So time has expired here for the first half, but Joshua Pulowski is going to be shooting one in the bonus. First one up, and that is in. Second shot's up, that one's in, and that is going to finish out our first half here. So Robertson County is going to go into the locker room with a 5-point lead, 39-34 over the host West Carter Comets. We're going to take a little break, pay a few bills and everything. But if you would like to be part of our family, that's how we always see our advertisers as well. If you would like to be part of our family, make sure you get a hold of us at mantasportsmedia@gmail.com. That's email. Or you can also get us at 606-207-3315. Or you can send us a message here on Facebook. We also have this on Facebook and YouTube. But if you'd like to get in contact with us, mantasportsmedia@gmail.com. Call or text us at 606-207-3315. So we'll be back here momentarily after we pay a few bills here on Manta Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. so he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
You're looking at me in the future. Okay. Hi, Isaac.
Hi.
Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
This is Jaina. Into the future. I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those two girls.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember it was this girl that I was getting bullied by that one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me? I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody. Because of you, Isaac, and what you did for me years ago, I grew up to be more independent and love myself and just be a little bit more confident.
Aw, I'm like a little tearing up right now. Just to see her in the future just blossom and look beautiful, and that was really amazing.
And we're back here at West Carter High School. We're at the half. Robertson County Black Devils lead 39 to 34. Let's get you some halftime stats out here this evening. Of course, looking first at the home team, West Carter is right now 7 of 20 from the two-point field, shooting 35%. As we said, West Carter, not the best shooting squad that's out there, but usually they make it up on rebounds and effort and just putting up a pure number of them. So they're putting more shots up, but not making them here today. So 7 of 20 from the two-point mark, 35%. From the three-point field, they are 6 of 10, so shooting much better behind the arc tonight, 60%, and they were only on the line 3 times for the charity stripe, and they're shooting 66.7%. Kind of what their season average is so far. As we said, this is typically a 69.2% free throw shooting team. Of course, the Black Devils definitely having a better night percentage-wise. They've only put up 12 shots from the two-point range, but they've hit 8 of them. So they're shooting 66.7%. They're shooting 50% from behind the three-point arc, and so they are shooting 50%. And then, of course, the Robertson Black Devils are currently a perfect 11-11. So they had 11 trips to the free-throw line, and they've hit every single one of them. So 100%. Of course, as far as rebounds, West Carter is out-rebounding the Black Devils right now, 14-11, not by a large margin. And really, the turnovers been pretty low by both teams. Of course, that's where we do have a good game. So West Carter, it's not for a lack of shots that they're putting things up there tonight. They put up 30 shots compared to Robertson County's 20. If they can get that percentage up a little bit more, West Carter, would be in the driver's seat real easily for this game. Let's take a look now at a few individual player stats so far. So let's take a look now at Robertson County. Sebastian Dixon is 3 for 6 from the three-point arc and 3 for 3 from the charity stripe, and he's hit 12 points so far tonight, and he's tied in with Justin Beckler, who is perfect 3 for 3 from the field. Missed his only three-point shot, but he is 6 for 6 from the charity stripe. So he's both Dixon and Beckler has 12 points. Braden Dice, he's got 6 points. He's 3 for 4 from the two-point range. Eli Dotson hit 1-3 and a two-pointer, and he's got 5 points. And Jalasla Pulowski is a 1 for 1 from the field and 2 for 2 from the charity stripe, and he's got 4 points. Leading scorer for West Carter right now is Trevor Callahan with 12 points. He's 5 of 10 from the field, 2 of 4 from the three-point arc, 3 of 6 from the two-point range. So he's got 12 points on the night. Right behind him is Tyson Webb with 9 points. He's 1 of 3 from the two-point range, 2 of 3 from behind the arc, and he's 1 for 1 from the charity stripe. Then you have Gage Lettingham with 5 points. He's got a two-pointer and a three-pointer. He's hit half his shots so far here tonight. Hunter Salmons drilled his only 3, and he's got 3 points tonight. And Sam Jones and Landon Nichols both have 2 points each. Of course, as we said, West Carter is controlling the boards at the moment. Kind of spread out a little bit out there. Gage Lettingham has got 4 boards so far. Landon Nichols has 3, and Tyson Webb has 2. Of course, points off of turnovers tonight, pretty low for both teams since we only have a total of 9 turnovers. Robinson County had 5 points off of turnovers. West Carter has got 3. No technical fouls just yet. Robertson County has hit 12 points from behind the arc, while West Carter, lighting up a little bit more behind the arc, has 18 of their total points from behind the arc. West Carter with 3 second chance points, with Robinson County only getting 2. Taking a look as well, points off the bench, pretty much non-existent, too much. Logan Berry has 1. And Sam Jones has 1, and that's the only points off the bench by either team that is out there. Of course, the largest lead of the night has been by West Carter so far, and that has been a 6-point lead. They had that early on in the first quarter when they led Robertson County 17-11, so that was a 6-point lead. There's been 5 lead changes, 4 ties. Longest runs of the night has been West Carter had a 9-2 run early on, and then Robertson County had an 8-2 run for themselves. Box scoring so far, we have Robertson County outscoring West Carter in the first quarter 24-22, and then outscoring West Carter in the second quarter 15-12. And so it looks like Robertson County has the ball to start out the second half. Fans are definitely getting in on this game. Little extracurriculars in between the halftime, with some fans, but everything seems to calm down. The host school has done a fantastic job of maintaining security and safety here at West Carter. So 5-point lead now by the Black Devils. Beckler, he's going to pop up a shot, and that's off the rim. No good. Rebound Lettingham of West Carter. He's going to cross it over to the right-hand side and pushes it back over to the left. Gets it to Tyson Webb. Webb looking at Nichols, cutting across. Doesn't get it to him. Gets to Callahan, top of the key. Over to Lettingham. Webb for a long 3. That's off the back of the rim. Lettingham all alone picks up the rebound, and he draws the foul. And that one's going to go against Brandon Dice. That's going to be his first, team's first as a half. As Gage Lettingham's going to be shooting 2 as he picked up that easy offensive board. That one rims out for him, so he doesn't make his first shot. Lettingham, as we said earlier, is a 77.8% free throw shooter. Gets that one to fall and cuts the lead down to 4 for West Carter. So West Carter gets the first points of the first half off of a free throw. Of course, I forgot to mention the officials here tonight: Roy Wright, Jeff Callahan, and Mike Wisman. Beckler gets the ball, cuts it into the paint, misses everything on that one. Webb picks up the ball, gets it to Callahan. He stops, pops, and he misses it all. Robinson thought he stepped out of bounds, but Beckler has it anyway. And let's see what we're going to get here as Beckler kind of lost his footing a little bit. But they're going to say that one was against Hunter Salmons. So that they were both in motion. He wasn't set, but that's going to be a blocking foul against Salmons, and that's going to be his first, team's first of the half. Dice has the ball, looking around, gives it to Pulowski. Back up to Dice. Pulowski's going to pop a three, in and out, no good, rebounded by Webb. So Tyson Webb's going to slow things down just a little bit. Of course, they're down by 4 points. Lettingham's taking it to the top key, gets it over to Salmons. Gets it over to the nickel down in the corner. Gets it back up to Salmons. Fakes the pass over to Webb, gets it to Callahan. The Salmons back to Webb on the wing. Gets it back to Salmons, fakes the shot, kicks it over to Lettingham. Lettingham fakes, drives. And we're going to get a foul here on the floor. And that one's going to go against number 2, Sebastian Dixon of Robertson County. That's going to be his third, team second. Of course, not too many fouls for Robertson County. Dixon's the only one in foul trouble with 3. Beckler has 2. Pulowski and Dice each have 1. Wes Carter, nobody's got 3 just yet, as there's a turnover on the pass into the paint. Pulowski gets it. Webb has 2. Jones has 2. And Berry has 2. 3-point shot there by Dixon, no good. Rebounded by Webb of Wes Carter. He drives, spins, stop, pop, gets it to roll in. And so good basket there by Tyson Webb as he cuts the Black Devil lead down to 2. 39-37 with about 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to play here in the third period. Spins, tops, pops, and that's good by Brandon Dice. Lettingham waiting to get numbers back again. Sets up the offense. Puts them in a box and 1. Dribbles off to the side. Tries to get it to Nichols on the side, but ends up losing it to Joshua Pulowski of Robinson County. Good look there, but can't finish it off. Dixon had a wide open layup and missed it. Lettingham, shot of his own, no good. Ends up getting his own rebound off of a little bit of help from Nichols. Gives it to Nichols down in the paint, puts up a shot, and no good. And gets this one to Dixon. Dice dribbles it down, gives it to a cutting Dixon, and he gets the Robertson County lead back up to 6. Wes Carter's got to start getting some good quality shots. They're backing off of him a little bit. Callahan's going to try to put up a 3. That one's in and out. Lettingham with a fantastic offensive board. He comes flying in out of nowhere to get that. He's going to drive in and no foul. Webb puts up a shot off the rim, no good. Rebounded Lettingham, gets it to Nichols. Nichols puts it up and in. So Wes Carter definitely controlling the boards, but they're not getting the shots to fall for them that they want to. You know, if they were, even shooting 20% better than what they are now, they would probably at least have a 10-point lead over top of Robertson County. But they are definitely trying to put it up on the boards. Lettingham's having a fantastic offensive board night. Gets it down to Dixon. Drives the line, kicks it back out to Dice. They get it to Pulowski. Pulowski drives the lane, stops, pops, no good off the rim. Rebounded Lettingham of West. He sees Callahan. About overshoots him. Good look there to get to Salmons, but Salmons can't finish it off. Rebounded by Justin Beckler of Robertson County. He's going to drive the lane, kicks it out to Dotson. Dotson, no good. Wes Carter's got the numbers, so they want to take advantage of it. They get it to Nichols, and Nichols, good basket there to finally get Wes Carter some more points. And so we're going to get a full timeout here taken by Wes Carter. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on Manta Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
Back here at West Carter, where West Carter has chopped down a 5-point halftime lead down to 2 points, and so Robertson County leads 43-41, and took the timeout here to get things settled back down. Just a little over 2 minutes to play here in the third. Drives, nice little spin move there by Dice, gets the basket by Robertson, increases up the lead back out to 4. As we said, we don't know how much this ice storm has really affected this Comets team, as Lettingham drives it in untouched, makes the basket, and gets the lead back down to 2. But for 2 weeks, we had back-to-back ice storms here in the county, and, not everybody could make it, to the gym to keep in condition, and you can't go outside and run when there's about 3 inches of ice out there. And they're going to call that foul. They're going to say Gage Lettingham shoved off on him and picked up his second foul. That's the team's second of the half. So there are 4 Comets right now with 2 fouls, so nobody's in too much foul trouble just yet. Lettingham picks the pocket of Becker, drives the lane, puts it up, and gets it in, and he ties up the ball game for West Carter. We are all at 45 all with 1:30 left to go here in the third quarter. Tries to make something happen in the paint, but ends up losing the handle on the ball. Webb's really surrounding Brandon Dice when he comes into the paint. They tried to get it to Becker. Becker finally gets it. He's trying to work his way, and we're going to get a foul. Webb thought they had a jump ball, and they're going to call that foul against Sam Jones, and that's going to be his third, team's third of the half. Logan Berry, number 25, checking in for Trevor Callahan. Yeah, they thought they had a jump ball on that when he tucked the ball down, but they said that they got him with the body first. Becker, maybe a little bit of a carry there, but ends up getting it dished off to Horn, and Horn gets the basket, and Robertson County is going to take a full timeout, so we'll be back here in 60 seconds here on Manta Sports Media live and on Facebook and YouTube.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
And we're back here at West Carter High School, where West Carter's trailing Robertson County 47-45, only a 2-point deficit. Robertson County takes a full timeout. Under a minute left to play here in this third quarter. You can definitely tell that both of these teams are hungry for this win to advance on. Berry stops, pops, that's in and out. Rebounded by Dotson of Robertson County. Gets at the top key to Becker. Becker drives it in. And they're going to say that was a blocking foul against probably Barry. He hits the ground, but they're going to call him with the foul, and that's going to be his third, team's fourth. They say that was on the floor. And so Robertson County is going to take another 30-second timeout, so we'll be back here in 30 seconds here on Mantis Sports Media.
The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
Back here at West Carter, Robertson County takes a third timeout. They got two left here. 31.3 ticks left as they're setting up an out-of-bounds play. West Carter still has most of their timeouts. And Robertson County gets the ball over to Dotson up top of the key. Gets it now over to Dice. He's holding on to it. Looks like he's going to be trying to take it in for a last-second shot. Drives in, spins, kicks it out over to Dotson. Dotson pulls it back up. Becker wanting it. 10 seconds left to play. He's going to shoot a long three. Gets tackled by Barry. No call. And that is going to be it. And so after the end of three, our score, Robertson County 47, West Carter 45. We'll be back here in 60 seconds here on Manta Sports Media live on YouTube and Facebook.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
Back here at West Carter, Robertson leads 47-45. The winner of this game will take on Walton Verona or St. Henry as they're playing tonight. Tyson Webb drives the baseline, kicks it out to Lettingham at the three, fakes the shot, gets it back to Webb. He makes the move around and gets the basket and ties the ball game back up at 47 all. So West Carter definitely needing this at the moment to try to get some momentum switched back their way. Becker trying to work on Callahan. Gets it down to the corner, pulls it back up as Dotson. Back to Becker. Tries to put it behind his back, hits it off the back of his leg, drives it in, kicks it back out to Dice. Dice working on Webb. Kicks it out to the wing there, and Dixon pulls up another three. There's Robinson County three-point lead once again at 50-47. Lettingham gets it over to Webb. He's going to put up a three of his own, and no good. Callahan gets the rebound, gets it back to Webb. They're going to slow things down just a little bit. No need to be too desperate right at the moment to get all this back. But they get it to Jones. Jones to Barry. Barry puts it up, no good. Just about gets his own rebound, but we're going to get a foul here. And that foul is going to go against Robertson County's number 12, Tanner Horn. That's going to be his first, team's third. Lettingham drives it in, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Dice of Robertson County. As we said, both of these teams can taste the next round because the next round will be a semi-state round in which the winner of this game should be hosting probably the semi-state round. Good move there by number 12 Horn to put in the bucket, and he's going to get fouled by Callahan. That's going to be his second, team's fifth. So Horn is going to be shooting for the three-point play the old-fashioned way, and this would give Robertson County a 6-point lead. Gets that one to fall for him. Timeout, West Carter. They're going to take a 30-second timeout. So we'll be back here in 30 seconds here on Mantis Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
Coming out of the timeout, West Carter pulls a 30-second timeout. They'll be taking the ball out on the far end court. 5:58 to determine who's going to be going on to the second round, the semi-state round of the All-A tournament. Robertson County leads by 6 points. Good ball movement by the Comets, gets it down to Callahan, but he loses the grip on it, and Dixon picks that up for Robertson. Probably for too long here if this lead continues on. Three-point shot, no good by Robinson, rebounded by Lettingham. He gets it up to Barry, who gets it to Webb. Webb puts it up and good. I was going to say if this lead continues on, getting over 5 points, Coach Webb's probably going to have to start putting in a full-court press here before too long to start putting the pressure on. Beckler just about loses the grip on it, and he ends up getting fouled. Barry mad at himself over that one. And that's going to be his fourth. Team 6. Hunter Salmons checking back into the ballgame now for Sam Jones. So West Carter's got one more foul left to give. Dice drives down, gets it out, and we're going to get a foul there as Horn puts up the shot and gets fouled by Salmons. That's going to be his second, team 7th, and so that's going to put Robertson County in the bonus. West Carter's had some problems with fouls here this evening. Landon Nichols coming in for Logan Berry. Still lots of time left to go, just under 5 minutes in regulation. And that one off the back of the rim, couldn't get either shot to fall for him. Webb kicks it back out to Lettingham. Lettingham driving, crosses over, stops, gives it to Callahan. Pops around the throw line. No good. Rebounded Salmons. He puts it up and in and one. Hunter Salmons gets the offensive board. Gets the points. And that foul is going to be against number 12, Tanner Horn. That's going to be his second, team's fourth. So he gets the West Carter lead, or the West Carter deficit down to 2. Robinson 53, West Carter 51. Shots up, and that is good. Hunter Salmon's usually a pretty good free-throw shooter. Doesn't get to the line too many times. He's right now 66.7% on the line this year, but glad to hit that one there to cut the lead down to 1. And they're going to say that was last touch of Wes Carter. Gets the ball into Becker now. And there's a steal. Lettingham gets it. And gets it to fall, and that's going to give Wes Carter the lead. First lead here of this half. Or of this quarter. Up by 1. And there's another steal there by Salmons. He gets it up to Callahan. Callahan spins, just about loses it, gets to Salmons. He's going to pop up a 3. That's no good. Rebounded by Becker. He throws it all the way up court. Good eye, but gets it out to Dotson. Dotson drives in, and he's going to pick up the offensive foul. Lettingham had position and felt the contact and went straight down, and he picked up that offensive foul. So that's going to be Dotson's first foul. Robertson's 5th of the half. So Wes Carter getting some momentum going on. Only up by 1, but they can feel the tides turning just a little bit. Lettingham gets it down to Nichols. Nichols pops it up and in. So Wes Carter up by 3 now with about 3.5 left to play here in regulation. Fans on both sides cheering on their teams. Wes Carter is on their feet. Gets it to Becker, and he's going to draw the foul. And that foul is going to go against Landon Nichols. That's going to be his second, team's 8th. So Justin Becker is going to be at the line shooting the bonus. We're going to say he was on the floor before the shot. Shots up. First one's good. Cuts the Wes Carter lead down to 2. That's one thing about Robertson County. They have not been putting many people in the lane on their 3 throws. They've been putting 3 back. Only the shooter and 1 other is there. That's really how much they trust their team. Good pass by Lettingham down to Callahan for the layup. Under 3 minutes now. Wes Carter on top by 3. Good spin there. And we're going to get another offensive foul by Robertson County. Lettingham, I believe, picks that one up. And that one's going to go against Brandon Dice. And that's going to be his second, team 6. So Wes Carter feeling the tides changing right now. Nichols spins around. Don't know if he made contact or if that was a flop. Lettingham loses the grip on that. And Becker, he tries to pick his pocket, ends up doing it over behind the back pass into Nichols, and he picks up the foul. And that foul is going to be against Pulowski. That's going to be his second, team 7th. So Landon Nichols going to be at the line shooting 1 in the bonus. Pulowski was over there trying to plead his case to the official. Wasn't successful, and Nichols drains his first one. As we said, Nichols, throughout the season, he's been a 65% three-throw shooter. Misses that one. Rebound Pulaski County. So 4-point lead by Wes Carter, 59-55. And that one is up and in, the one-hand floater by Dice. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. And that one's going to go for Robertson County, so they're dwindling down their timeouts. But we'll be back here in 60 seconds here on Mantis Sports Media.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
And back here at West Carter, Robertson County has one timeout left to go. They've burned through 4 of them. They may regret a couple of them there, especially if this stays close like this so far. West Carter's on top by 2. Callahan gets the ball at top of the key. Gets it over to Nichols. Salmons. Callahan gets it to Webb. Gets back over to Lettingham now. West Carter probably needs to eat up a little bit of this time as much as they can. They can't sit back and try to eat it all up, but because they need to extend out this lead a little bit, and they need a good shot, especially after all this time that they've been taking. About a minute and a half left to go here in regulation. And that one's just about picked off there by Pulowski. And Nichols tries to get the ball over to Salmons and ended up being picked off by Pulowski. Becker gets it in, and we're going to get a jump ball. Robinson County not happy with that call. They thought he got fouled, but had 2 officials with both thumbs in the air. So Robertson has the possession arrow. West will have it on the next one. Puts up a 3, no good. Salmons gets it. So we're just about a minute left. And they're going to say that he carried the ball. Lettingham saying that he got hit on the arm, and that's what caused it. But Coach Webb trying to plead his case. And the officials trying to back him off. Trying to give him a warning. Salmons and Lettingham coming over to try to calm Webb down so he don't get a technical foul. Just gave him a warning for being out of the box. As they're wiping up sweat on the floor. Robertson County's got the ball on the jump ball. Sam Jones is going to check in now for Nichols. Right now the only comment in major foul trouble is Logan Berry, and he's on the bench right at the moment with 4. You got Sam Jones with 3. Good look, but loses the grip. Dice had a wide open layup there, but loses the grip. And Wes Carter is going to call the timeout as Lettingham was in a little bit of trouble behind the timeline. So we'll be back here in 60 seconds here on Mantis Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
Back here at West Carter, 52 seconds left to go in regulation. Lettingham gets the ball, trying to work it, just about has his pocket pick, gets it out to Webb, or it's Callahan, gets it over to Nichols now, gets it back up to Webb. 40 seconds left to go, and we're going to get a foul here on the floor. And that one's going to go against Robertson County's number 3, Brandon Dice. That's going to be his third, team's 8th. So Lettingham's going to be at the line shooting the bonus. Of course, Lettingham, a 77.8% free throw shooter, but misses the first. Becker taking the ball down. Stops, turns, pops, no good. And we're going to have a foul. No shot, doesn't go in. And they're going to say that one's going to go against number 11, Callahan, so that he got him on the arm before the first shot. So that's going to be his third, team's 9th. Of course, West Carter has got the possession arrow and 2 timeouts. Robinson County has 1 timeout. Becker drains the first one. Lead is down to 1. They're now going to bring in Dotson into the lane. Start packing it in just a little bit more. Second shot is up, and that is in, so we're at a tied ball game again at 49 apiece. Like I said, we'll get the time set up and just about lost by Webb. He crosses over the timeline and gets fouled. And they're going to say that one's against Dotson, and that's going to be his second. Team's 9th. We'll get the time set up here, but Tyson Webb is going to be at the line shooting the bonus. Looks like we got about 12 seconds left to play. So these are going to be some big free throws right here for Webb. Offers the back of the rim, rebounded by Dotson. Gets the ball up to Becker, and we're going to get a timeout. Robertson County is going to take their last timeout. And that'll be a full timeout as they set up for a last second shot. So we'll be back here in 60 seconds here on Mantis Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And we're down to it, all tied up, 59 each, 8.8 seconds left to go on the clock. They get it into Dice. Dice spins around, tries to get it to Becker. That's the one who they want to have the shot. He spins around, loses it to Sammons. Sammons bobbles it, and we are going to overtime. Wowee, what a half, what a game of regulation. We are tied at 59 all. We will be back here in 60 seconds here on Manta Sports Media. Wow, what a game. We'll be back here after a moment from our word from our sponsors.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And back here, we have got some bonus basketball here in the All-A sectional. 4 minutes on the clock to determine who's going to be moving on to the second round. Beckler spinning. Of course, each team gets an additional timeout. So Dotson has the ball at the top of the key. Wes Carter's still in man-to-man defense. Pulaski cuts in, dribbles out, gives it to Beckler. Beckler behind his back, he likes that move. Crosses right in front of him, dribbles in, trying to work it in, puts it up, and no good. And that foul's going to go against Jones, and so that's going to be his fourth. And that'll be the team's 10th. So from here on out, both teams are going to be in the double bonus. So right now, as far as foul trouble goes, Sam Jones has 4 for West. Logan Berry has 4. Trevor Callahan has 3. Lettingham has 2. Simmons has 2. Nichols has 2. Not too much foul trouble in on Robertson County. Dixon and Dice each has 3. Becker, Dotson, Horn, and Pulaski each has 2. So Becker's first shot is up, and that is good. So Landon Nichols comes in for Jones, trying to keep him in the game as long as he can. Robinson County now with a 1-point lead. Second shot's up, and that's off the front of the rim, rebounded by Callahan. Sammons gets it down to Callahan. Trying to get the motion set up. Picks up his dribble, not a good point to do that, and ends up losing it. Sammons about to get it, but Dotson was already out of bounds, jumped back inbounds trying to save it, but he did not establish his position as an inbounds player, so they mark that as out of bounds. The ball will go to Wes Carter. Of course, Wes Carter is going to have the possession. Good spin move by Webb, puts it up and one. And that one's going to go against Dice. And that will be his fourth as Webb is going to the line to shoot one. He puts that one in, gets Wes Carter a 2-point lead. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to determine who is moving on to the second round of the All-A state tournament. They're going to be calling that the semi-state. And loses his dribble. Lettingham picks it up, drives it in, puts it up, no good. Rebounded Webb, and that is in. 64-60. West Carter on top by 4. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go here in our first overtime. No need to rush right now and put up a bad shot. Picks up his dribble, just about loses it. Dixon going to put up a long three, no good. Rebounded Becker, and he puts it back for the 2. Good offensive board there by Becker, and way to finish that one out. So West Carter once again kind of in the same boat they were at near regulation. Lasky just about flopped again on that one. Webb's going to put up a long three and drains that one. Finds nothing but the bottom of the net. And that's going to give West Carter a 5-point lead. That's exactly what they needed at this point in time. But now Robertson may start getting a little bit of pressure. But we're going to get a foul. And that one's going to go against Tyson Webb, and that's going to be his 3rd. So that's going to put Becker at the line, shooting 2, because both teams are now in the double bonus. West Carter has the possession arrow. And that one's in and out. Usually Becker does not miss those. You can tell they've got nobody in the three-throw lane right now to rebound. Second shot's up, and that one goes in. So you can tell the faith that his team has in him on to make those shots. 67-63, West on top. And that time, Lettingham bounced that last one just a little bit too high and got called for the carry. 67-63, West Carter still on top by 4. As we said, no pressure just yet. It's a 2-possession game for Robertson. They're going to try to cut it down to 1 here. That one just about gets stuck in the side by Dotson. Webb taking the ball up in the back, gets back tipped, holds on to it. Sammons runs right into Webb and loses his ball, but they're going to call him for traveling before that. Coach not too happy with that, especially running into your own teammate. You got to pull back out and eat up as much time as you got. They give this one to Becker. And Becker is going to pick up the offensive foul. That's going to be his 3rd. Callahan was in position, and Becker just leaned way back. And so I believe West Carter is going to take a timeout here. There'll be a timeout here on the court by West Carter, so we'll be back here in 60 seconds on Manta Sports Media live and on Facebook and YouTube.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
Back here at John Hop Brown Court, 67-63, West Carter on top. Has the ball in. I believe they have 1 timeout left. Robinson should have 1 timeout as well. Gets it to Callahan. Good look up and gets that to Nichols. And he's going to get the foul. And that foul is going to go against Dotson. That's going to be his 3rd here of the night. As Sam Jones checking into the ballgame now for Sammons. So West Carter now in the driver's seat. First shot is up. He gets the and one. Nichols, a 65% free throw shooter, but he drilled that one. Three by Beckler, no good and out of bounds. Salmons checking back in the ball game now for Jones. The West Carter in the driver's seat, up by 7, 30 seconds left. Robertson County's probably going to have to foul quickly here, but they got the speed demon Lettingham on them. Gets it out to Callahan, and they're going to end up fouling him. So that foul is going to go against Sebastian Dixon, and that's going to be his fourth. And so Callahan's going to be shooting two. As I said, Callahan generally doesn't hit to the line that much, but he's a 50% free throw shooter, but he drills the first one. Sam Jones back into the ball game now for Nichols. Coach Webb switching them in and out. West Carter on top by 8. This would make it 9 if he gets it off the back of the rim. Under 20 seconds left. They're going to have to try to put up a 3 or something. And that's a off the wall 3, but it hits the top of the backboard. West Carter's going to get it with about 11 seconds left to go, and Nichols coming back in. So they are up by 8 right now, 71-63, and they're just going to let this one go. So West Carter Comets win this one in overtime. I don't believe that dunk counted by Webb, but he gets that one to go down. And so, my goodness, overtime victory by West Carter, 71-63. West Carter will advance on to the second round of the semi-state All-A tournament. So, good night for both Comet teams. As both the West Carter Comets and the Lady Comets both advance to the second round of the All-A tournament. We'll pay a few bills and everything, and then we'll come back and finish things off here with some final stats here on the night. Been a long night, but a good night here at West Carter. Good game by both teams. Exciting one to call out there today. So we'll pay a few bills, and we'll be back here momentarily here on Mantis Sports Media.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he'll flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
You're looking at me in the future. Okay.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi.
Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
This is Jaina. Into the future. I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those two girls.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember it was this girl that I was getting bullied by that one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me? I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody. Because of you, Isaac, and what you did for me years ago, I grew up to be more independent and love myself and just be a little bit more confident.
Aw, I'm like a little tearing up right now. Just to see her in the future just blossom and look beautiful, and that was really amazing.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
And we're back here at West Carter. Our final score, West Carter 71, Robertson County Black Devils 63. Let's take a look at some final stats here today. Let's get the right graphic out there. There we go, some final stats. West Carter shot a little bit better in the second half. They went 21 of 45 from the two-point mark. Ended up shooting 46.7%. Of course, compared to what they're used to on the season, a little bit below average. They're usually shooting about 51% out there. Of course, they were 7 of 15 from the three-point line, shooting 46%, a little bit better than their season average of 34%. So the three-pointers definitely name of the game for the Comets here this afternoon. They went to the line 14 times and made 8 of them. So their three-throw shooting percentage, probably not what Coach Webb wants to see, but it ended up working in the long run for them. They shot 57.1 from the charity stripe. Looking at Robertson County, they were 15 to 24, shot 26.5%. So they ended up increasing up just a little bit in that from the first or in regulation. Increased up their percentage, but couldn't get them the number of baskets to fall for them. So they shot a very respectable 62.5%. They were 5 of 19 from the three-point arc, and so that was 26.3%. They were on fire with the three-point shots earlier, but ended up cooling down in the second half, and so that is kind of where that has been at for them. They went to the line 22 times of them, shot a very respectable 81.8% on the three throws. Rebounding was the name of the game. Gage Lettingham, fantastic, ended up with 12 boards on the night. Led all the Comets, but West Carter out-rebounded Robertson County 38 to 23. Turnovers, not too big of a factor. 12 for West, 15 for Robertson County. And, of course, that ends up our score, as you see, 71 to 63. Taking a look at some individual stats, of course, first for Robertson County, no surprise on their scoring leader, Justin Beckler. He had 20 points on the night. He was 4 for 7 from the 2-point range. Didn't hit anything on his 3 attempts from the 3-point range, and he went to the line 14 times tonight and sunk 12 of those shots. Right behind him was Sebastian Dixon. He was 1 of 3 on the night, 4 of 10 from the 3-point arc, and perfect 3 for 3 from the charity stripe, so he had 17 points. And then right behind him was Braden Dice, and he was 6 of 7 from the field, had 12 points. And then Dotson had 5, Horn had 5, and Pulowski had 4. And so that makes the 63 points from Robertson County. For West Carter, Tyson Webb had another fantastic night tonight. He was 6 of 9 from the 2-point range, 3 of 6 from behind the arc, and 2 of 3 from the charity stripe, and he ended up with 23 points tonight. Trevor Callahan had another fantastic night tonight, had 15 points, 4 of 9 from the 2-point range, and he was 2 of 5 from behind the arc, and he was 50% from the 3-throw line, 1 of 2. Then you had 2 comets. You had Landon Nichols with 12 points, 5 of 8 from the 2-point range, 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. And then you also had Gage Lettingham with 12 points tonight. He was 4 of 9 from the 2-point range and 50%, 1 of 2 from the 3-point arc. And he was 1 of 3 from the charity stripe. The other comets on the scoreboard tonight, Hunter Sammons, he had 6. Sam Jones had 2, and Logan Berry drilled 1 3-throw and ended up with 1 point tonight. As far as rebounds, of course, the leading rebounder for the Black Devils was Justin Becker. He had 9 boards tonight, and Gage Lettingham seemed like he came out of nowhere to pick up. He picked up 7 offensive boards tonight, 5 defensive boards for a total of 12. Tyson Webb ended up with 7 boards tonight, and Trevor Callahan ended up with 6 as well. So looking at the box scoring on there tonight, first quarter was pretty close. Robertson County 24, West Carter 22. Robertson County extended out that lead in the second quarter, and they outscored West Carter 15-12. In the third quarter, West Carter outscored them 11-8. Brought it back close, and then in the end of regulation, West Carter outscored Robertson County 14-12. But that overtime, that was it. It was 12-4. West Carter had a 12. Robertson County had 4 points in that overtime quarter. Of course, the largest lead of the night is where we ended up things at. Our final score, 71-63, with an 8-point lead, was the largest lead of the night. There was 8 lead changes and 7 ties tonight. Went back and forth. The longest runs for each of the teams. West Carter went on a 12-2 run. I believe that was in that final quarter. And Robertson County ended up on a 8-2 run at one point in time. Taking a look, of course, points off the bench. Robertson County, West Carter really didn't move much from there. They still had 3 points, but Robertson County ended up with 5 points off of the bench. Of course, both teams had 22 points in the paint tonight, so a lot of work there by Becker as well. Of course, 3-pointers, that was the whole name of the game. Robertson County scored 15 points off the 3-pointers. West Carter with 21 points, so they had a fantastic night tonight. And, of course, the other name of the game there that really helped out West Carter was they had 11 second-chance points to Robertson County's 4. So definitely a big night tonight for Carter County Schools as both the Comets and Lady Comets advance on to the All-A state championship. And so taking a look just at the bracket one last time, West Carter should be hosting this next round, and they should be playing either Walton Verona or St. Henry, and that game is actually going to be played tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. So we'll find out tomorrow who is going to be playing West Carter in the second round of the All-A state tournament. Of course, other scores tonight was another overtime game. Evangel Christian was 68, Kentucky Country Days 63. So Evangel Christian advances on to the second round, and they're going to be playing either Washington County or Somerset. And so that's going to finish that up for any updates on the All-A Classic brackets. We will get that posted up there for you so you can take a look at the brackets out there. We'll get that posted up on the Facebook page so you can take a look at how everybody did. Thank you to the star senders tonight. David Graber, thank you for some stars out there. Definitely appreciate that. Of course, I do apologize for the clock not being in sync. We have to run that separately for the on there. We haven't got the technology yet to have it in perfect sync with the game clock. So that's where the clock is just a little bit different on there, but we try to get that updated whenever we can. So definitely a big-time win here by Wes Carter. Thanks, David Graber, like I said, once again, for the stars. Thanks, Tracy Joe Elliott, for some stars as well. And this was a big night. You hate to see anybody end up losing on a game like this, but somebody's got to, and Wes Carter end up just wanting it more in that final set. And so that's going to end up things here at West Carter. Just stay tuned to our Facebook page and YouTube page, and we will get those updated for you out there as well. And we will get those, get all the information. As soon as we get that information from the athletic director, we'll get that posted onto our Facebook page so that you can know when the next round is going to be played for both the Comets and Lady Comets. So for Jeff Irwin and the Manta Sports Media crew, I'd like to thank you all for your attendance tonight. God bless you all. Thanks to Katie on the camera tonight. Amy as the scoreboard muffin. She's the one handling the clock and the score out there for us. Those are my kids. And then, of course, got the supervisor, Rachel, and Sarah, keeping us all on point tonight. So 71-63 is our final score here from Wes Carter. Thank you once again. This is Jeff the Mantis Irwin. Make sure that you like us. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. And make sure that you subscribe to our page on YouTube. And then make sure you hit that little bell so that anytime we go live, you'll be keeping up to date with all of the local high school sports here in Carter County. So once again, final score from West Carter High School, 71-63. Good night, everybody. Don't forget, if you are in Carter County schools, it's a 2-hour delay tomorrow, and it's Group A. So if you typically go on Monday, Tuesday, you're going to be going to school tomorrow on a 2-hour delay. So do want to thank everybody for your attendance here today. And don't forget, if you'd like to advertise with us, just send us a message here on Facebook or give us a call at 606-207-3315 or shoot us an email at mantisportsmedia@gmail.com. Good night, God bless, and we'll see you all again here at